Picture a life where your primary focus is to enjoy simple pleasures, avoid unnecessary pain, and cultivate deep connections. A life where the demands of the world fade away, replaced by a sense of tranquility that comes from within. Sounds like paradise, right? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy, over 2,300 years old, that teaches exactly that? It's called Epicureanism. True Epicureans understand that lasting happiness isn't found in fleeting moments of indulgence, but in a life lived in accordance with nature, guided by reason, and enriched by meaningful relationships. Today let's explore how you can live as a modern Epicurean, finding peace and happiness not by escaping the world, but by navigating its complexities with wisdom and grace. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need more possessions, more status, more experiences. But are these truly the things that bring lasting happiness? Epicurus, the founder of Epicureanism, didn't think so. He taught that true happiness lies not in accumulating more, but in desiring less. Epicurus believed that we should distinguish between three types of desires: natural and necessary, natural but unnecessary, and vain desires. Natural and necessary desires are those that are essential for our survival and well-being, such as the need for food, water, shelter, and companionship. Natural but unnecessary desires are those that, while not essential for survival, can enhance our lives, such as the desire for delicious food, comfortable clothing, or a beautiful home. Vain desires, on the other hand, are those that are neither natural nor necessary, and often stem from societal pressures or a mistaken belief that happiness can be found in external things. These desires, Epicurus argued, are the source of much of our unhappiness. We chase after wealth, fame, or power, only to find that they don't bring us the lasting fulfillment we crave. Instead of seeking happiness in the endless pursuit of more, Epicurus encouraged his followers to focus on fulfilling their natural and necessary desires. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation, but rather, learning to appreciate the simple things that truly nourish our souls. By simplifying our desires and focusing on what is truly essential, we can free ourselves from the endless cycle of wanting and begin to experience a deeper, more lasting form of happiness. Remember, happiness isn't about having it all, it's about appreciating what you have and finding joy in the simple things. Death. It's a topic that has haunted humanity since the dawn of consciousness, the unknown abyss that awaits us all, the end of our existence as we know it. It's no wonder that the fear of death casts a long shadow over our lives, leading to anxiety, despair, and a reluctance to truly embrace the present moment. But what if I told you that this fear, this all-consuming dread, is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of what death truly is? That's what Epicurus believed. He argued that death is not something to be feared, but rather something to be understood. Epicurus believed that when we die, our consciousness simply ceases to be. There is no eternal suffering, no fiery abyss, no judgment day. There is simply nothingness. And since nothingness cannot be experienced, there is nothing to fear. Think of it this way. Before you were born, you weren't experiencing anything. There was no pain, no fear, no longing. It was simply a state of non-existence. Death, according to Epicurus, is much the same. It is a return to that state of non-existence, a peaceful end to the constant cycle of pleasure and pain that characterizes our lives. By understanding the true nature of death, we can free ourselves from its grip and begin to live more fully in the present moment. Focus on creating a life filled with meaning and purpose. Cultivate strong relationships with loved ones, and above all, savor each and every moment, for it is a gift. In the tapestry of life, friendships are the vibrant threads that add color, warmth, and meaning to our existence. They provide companionship during times of joy and solace during times of sorrow. They challenge us to grow, support us when we falter, and remind us that we are not alone in this vast and often chaotic universe. Epicureans placed a high value on friendship, considering it to be one of life's greatest pleasures and a key ingredient for a happy and fulfilling life. But they weren't talking about just any kind of friendship. They understood that true friendship, the kind that nourishes the soul and enriches our lives, is a rare and precious gift. In a world obsessed with social media followings and superficial connections, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that having a large number of friends equates to a fulfilling social life. But as Epicurus wisely observed, it's the quality, not the quantity, of our relationships that truly matters. Think about the people you feel most comfortable with, the ones you can truly be yourself around without pretense or judgment. These are the friends who genuinely care about your well-being, who celebrate your victories and offer a shoulder to cry on when times are tough. These are the relationships worth nurturing, the ones that bring joy, meaning, and a sense of belonging into our lives. Cultivating deep and meaningful friendships requires effort, time, and a willingness to be vulnerable. It means sharing your authentic self with others, listening with an open heart, and offering support without expecting anything in return. It's about building connections based on shared values, mutual respect, and a genuine interest in each other's lives. Instead of spreading yourself thin trying to maintain a large social circle, focus on nurturing a few truly meaningful relationships. Make time for face-to-face interactions, whether it's a shared meal, a walk in the park, or simply an evening spent chatting on the porch. Put away your phones, silence the distractions, and be fully present in the moment, truly listening to and engaging with the people in front of you. Be the kind of friend you want to have in your life, reliable, supportive, and trustworthy. Cherish the bonds of true friendship. They are a source of immeasurable joy, support, and fulfillment in our lives. In our pursuit of happiness, we often chase after grand experiences, exotic vacations, and expensive possessions, believing these are the keys to true joy. But happiness can be found in the simplest of things, in everyday moments we often overlook. Epicureanism teaches us that true pleasure is found in moderation, savoring life's simple pleasures with mindfulness. Think about the last time you truly enjoyed a meal. Was it a lavish feast or a simple home-cooked dinner shared with loved ones, or the feeling of warmth and contentment from a hot bath after a long day? These are examples of mindful pleasure, nourishing our souls and bringing peace. It's about appreciating the simple things that bring us joy. Start by incorporating small acts of mindful pleasure into your daily routine. Savor your morning cup of coffee, paying attention to the aroma, the taste, the warmth of the mug in your hand. Happiness isn't something you have to chase after. It's already present in your life, waiting to be discovered in the simplest of things. We live in a world obsessed with material possessions. From the latest gadgets to designer clothing, we are bombarded with messages that tell us our worth is tied to what we own. But as we accumulate more and more things, we often find ourselves feeling emptier than ever, trapped in a never-ending cycle of wanting and acquiring. Epicureanism offers a refreshing antidote to this materialistic mindset, reminding us that true happiness is not found in the pursuit of possessions, but in the cultivation of inner peace, meaningful relationships, and an appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Epicurus taught that while material possessions can provide a certain level of comfort and security, they should never be the primary source of our happiness. In fact, he believed that an excessive attachment to material things can actually hinder our pursuit of true fulfillment. Think about it. When you're constantly worried about acquiring the latest gadget, keeping up with the newest fashion trends, or impressing others with your possessions, you're not truly free. Your mind is consumed by desires, your energy is spent chasing after things that will ultimately leave you feeling empty, and your attention is diverted away from the things that truly matter. Now imagine a life where you're no longer defined by what you own, where your sense of self-worth is not tied to the size of your bank account or the brand names in your closet. Instead of chasing after the next big thing, you find contentment in what you already have, appreciating the simple beauty of a life lived with intention and purpose. This doesn't mean you have to give away all your possessions and live a life of austerity. It's about shifting your mindset from one of acquisition to one of appreciation. Remember, the less you need, the freer you are. True happiness is not found in what you own, but in the richness of your experiences, the strength of your relationships, and the peace that comes from living a life aligned with your values. In a world that constantly demands more success, more possessions, more everything, Epicureanism offers a refreshing perspective. Happiness isn't about having it all. It's about appreciating what you have, cultivating meaningful connections, and living with intention. It's about finding joy in the simple things, overcoming fear, and embracing the present moment. It's about recognizing that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the richness of our experiences, the strength of our relationships, and the peace that comes from living a life aligned with our values. Start small. Take a moment today to enjoy something simple, like a meal or a conversation. If this philosophy resonates with you, share and subscribe for more insights on ancient wisdom for modern life.